Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video of Fox Flicks on the Ink Tank. Today, we're gonna watch as they age up Ben's ex-girlfriends, or current girlfriend. I don't know who the hell he's dating now because that series is kind of gone crazy. But anyway, they're aging up all women that have dated Ben in at least one way or another. Well, so, let's hop this out. Let's hop this out? I meant let's check this out. God bless it. And
good evening, internet world and universe. This is OR Ash, and welcome back to the Drawing Matrix. The last couple episodes of the Drawing Matrix, we've been doing a lot of the Ultimates Overhaul, and today we wanted to break up that flow just a little bit with another co-hosted chaotic calamity, Kuro the artist. Kuro, say hello.
Hello.
And that's all he's saying.
Because you already said Kuro the artist.
I love and hate.
I mean, you took his line.
Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so we're gonna try something new. We get to play around with Ben and his aliens a lot in our content, but we don't really get to explore his love life too much. Not that it really matters, since Ben is notorious for having a very shaky romantic life.
He had 3 different aliens after him at one point.
What about Julie?
She was only a little too good looking for me.
But we figured it'd be a fun Drawing Matrix video to explore what future these characters may get, and what place in the universe do they have outside of Ben. We chose 5 years into the future, making them all around their early 20s, as that's what we're most experienced with because, you know, 5YL. But for this video, we're not really that concerned with making it line up with our 5YL multiverse, so don't worry about it. We're just having fun with this video for now. So Ash and I are going to be bouncing back and forth, switching between who's drawing what, and it makes sense to start off with none other than the most important love interest, or at least the one with the most impact on the story, Julie Yamamoto. So how do you feel about Julie, like, overall, as a character? Let's start with that.
Like, she could have really gone somewhere really cool in the series, especially having Ship as, like, her sidekick pet. But, like, just the relationship that they did with Ben and, like, making it, like, toxic and argumentative for what almost seems like no reason.
Yeah, I feel like with Julie, it's common amongst many shows, like, once you finally get the two characters together, like those who are always quarreled with a will they, won't they situation, it's kind of hard to come up with stories of what to do from there, and the easiest way is to just challenge their relationship, cause some tension, see what happens when they push each other around. But here it just,
like you do in the case of most superheroes when they finally reveal themselves to their girlfriend. And it's like, you're a superhero, but now you're also in this relationship, so you have to be there for the person, but you also have to be there for the Earth to save it, which becomes the biggest hassle anyone has to deal with.
Came off as very malicious. Either Ben was just ignoring Julie, and other times I feel like Julie was very inconsistent with the way that she handled things and what she was comfortable with, so it kind of just brought out the worst in both of these characters, and I feel like at this point it was best for them to separate. But I do think she would continue down the path as a tennis player. Should I go with a tennis outfit, or should I go with, like, you know, what she might be wearing
on the off days?
I say casual.
I kind of want to make Ship a little bit bigger, like maybe he's the size of like a regular dog now.
He absorbed the dog and got bigger.
Yeah. Do you think she'd still be with Herb? Herb, something like that?
It's Javier.
I just watched that.
Javier.
I swear it was like.
I'm pretty sure it's Javier.
It looks like Herb to me on the wiki.
I know, but it's French.
I'll have to listen to it again.
I'll put a clip here.
Who is this guy?
He's Hervé.
Hervé.
I feel like for sure Julie would be living in France. She does tennis professionally.
I'm kind of picturing her in like a little bit more professional clothing than just like a hoodie or something. Maybe like a pink business jacket. What kind of hairstyle do you think she'd have?
I feel like she would still keep it short. Either she would get it shorter, or if her hair was longer, she would put it up into like a top ponytail, I think. What if you gave her one of those a visor hat or whatever?
I'm gonna give that a shot. Well, if I'm drawing her in casual clothing, like would that clash with a business suit?
Oh, you're doing a business suit.
I don't know about a suit. Okay, you know what? Before I tackle the head, let me get the outfit in, because I'm picturing like a suit like jacket, and then I was just gonna take it from there. Because, like, you know, pro athletes, they always dress kind of nice and formally out making public appearances and press conferences and whatnot. See if I can keep those bangs.
Those bangs.
Yeah,
are
maybe like the bangs. It's tied up in the back. This is kind of looking like the gender Ben we did for that other video.
Oh my god, it kind of does.
I can do
the side tufts, but then the whole rest is just like cut all the way down.
What if we just gave her a ponytail? Oh, I don't know if I'm in love with this.
Ben sure isn't.
Oh
my god.
Damn.
Business women wear skirts. They're just Kind of like the pencil skirt a little bit, right?
I still think the best look would be the short in the back with the bangs up front.
Right, I'll give that a try in a second. If she's wearing a skirt like that, though, her legs have to be together a little bit more because they don't really have that much room.
She's got little tennis racket earrings.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh,
that's so good.
Yeah,
I like to think she's still with her. Like maybe there was like an accident moving into France and it broke some of her trophies. So as a gift to her, he turned them into earrings.
Oh,
I like
don't make me
it.
care
That's a
about
good
this
idea.
guy. I don't give a shit about Javier.
Dude, I swear to God, it's her.
Well, the clip that we threw in earlier will say yay or nay.
You know, one of us is gonna look
and
really
it said nay.
stupid.
He's Hervé.
It's Jove.
I'm just gonna do some quick defining.
Okay, I'll be honest. Does anyone else, when you hear Jove, now think of like some weird spin-off ice cream of Haagen-Dazs? If you know what the hell a Haagen-Dazs is, then you get what I'm getting at. That sounds like some spin-off ice cream.
Lines on her face just to really get that down. Here we go. 5-way El Julie.
Not bad. Simple.
Actually, you
but
know what?
nice.
I just added a bun to it that I kind of like. It's a lower bun.
It's fine. We always futz around with the stuff in post. I mean, hell, with the gender bent Ben, I put her in a completely different pose and everything.
Oh yeah, the final sketch wasn't even anything we filmed.
I am going to be covering my personal favorite of the Ben relationship love interest. But let me re-say that. Lord Emperor Taya, light of the incursion empire.
Sweet.
In this episode, normally,
Bullfrag.
typically, I hold off on very fanficky type of writing in our projects because I don't want it to be presented in that light. I'm doing a little bit of that today, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're having fun with it. Let us enjoy ourselves.
Taya,
Hey, man,
she
we can't
is now
stop
the
ya.
current leader of the incursions. Catfight. That's one of the last episodes we see her in, and part of the plot with that Persian culture, she has to have a mate, and I believe that's the same thing that happens with Luma, but she runs things slightly different than her previous predecessor.
And that's why they both go after Ben, because for both of them to completely take the throne, they have to have a lover, a mate, a king. That honestly does make sense. I get it.
Whereas they would just go around destroying everyone. She now offers people a choice. Either I'm gonna destroy your planet, or you can join the new incursion empire that she is founding and spread her influence and control like that.
Between Alien Force to Omniverse, which is arguably like at best pushing a year later, Atea matured very quickly due to incursions. Now, is that just in their adolescence to maturity, or would you say she continues to age very fast?
I believe incursions in general just
Are you guys gonna make her a MILF?
What is she, like, equivalent to...
I'd say like mid-30s.
Mid-30s?
Yeah,
that works. Just a little suggestion, maybe shrink the head a little bit to make her body seem a bit older by comparison, because she's like mid-30s now.
I actually completely forgot that aspect of this already.
Taya maybe has like a lot more of a professional image in front of the Empire now, but then Ben shows up and it's just back to her old ways.
She's giving like a speech to her people.
He's bullfrag in the crowd trying to hype her up like, yeah, woohoo! And she's like, the room is dead quiet. And Ben's like, what? I'm trying to support you, eh?
Okay, to be honest, that would be hilarious. She's giving a speech, bombing like crazy, there's no noise, but then out in the crowd you just hear... And then one person goes, yeah, you can do it! But the camera did then zoom in on it being bullfrag, and everyone looks at him like, what? That would be hilarious. Someone freaking animate that. I want to see that and laugh my ass off.
I love your bullfrag. I'm trying to support you.
Hey, Rocky Balboa.
Oh my god, I was literally just about to say that.
The scarf is pretty signature.
She would have like
Rocky
two
Balboa.
different outfits. How Milius has that
voice.
big old coat. She would have one of those for when she's like on the throne and like giving speeches. But then she's got this like cool kind of tactical underneath suit.
The coat should be able to like magnetically snap onto her outfit, like interchangeable. Because back in the older days of incursions, their armor was typically just wraparound cloth so that they can still freely bounce around. As they developed like thinner and leaner and denser armor, the coat became just a symbolic relic of those times. Yeah, despite the armor in this version being a lot more like leaner and skin tight, it's probably made from a much more denser material because they have more advanced technology. Not really much different you could do with her face at this point.
I mean, not really. I'm mostly just changing her proportions ever so slightly. I mean, elongated mouth, though, just to sell the frogness a bit more.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can lean more into her froggy, because everybody looks super froggy in her species except for her.
What if she has that same, like, crest thing that Milius has come up
that
as
necklace?
Kind of like you remember how Tetrax had like that front piece that kind of sticks off of his chest where his helmet closes up, but she has a bigger frog helmet that closes up around her entire head.
Ooh, that works.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, and with that, I think I'm finished with Atea.
Beautiful.
Nice. She has MILF energy. Oh, damn it!
Snap your...
We're back, moving on.
And next up, we have a bit of a tragic tale. Elena Validus first showed up in Alien Swarm as a supposed love interest of Ben in his younger years. When she was brought over to the canon, she was taken over by the nanochips. I believe it's implied that Elena herself is gone.
Have you ever heard of Spiders Man?
Yeah, that's the Peter that's just made up of a bunch of spiders, right?
It's 10 million spiders that think they are Peter Parker. They're not actually. They ate him and he's dead.
You know what? I was kind of thinking the same thing too. Like maybe the chips, like maybe they want to turn a new leaf and not exactly just be good. Perhaps when trying to manifest a role that they can take in society, they take after Elena and also have a very strong database of her consciousness, her emotions, her memories. They can kind of be Elena. My initial thought going into this was leaning a bit heavy into the fact that she's made up of the chips, and I was picturing like a very obvious cybernetic woman, kind of like the Killer Bebes or whatever they were called from Kim Possible, or was it BB?
It's the Killer Bees because they're bee
the
themed.
bees. There's also Ultron made a wife or something in Marvel.
Yeah,
named
I don't
Jocasta, something like that. But I don't know. I feel like since they're so clearly able to like mimic humans to like the finest degree where you couldn't even tell they're made of chips, it would kind of be like counterintuitive to give this appearance because that might imply that they can't look entirely human. Maybe there's a happy medium.
So you know how they say nanomech is like the chips plus a little bit of human DNA? What if Elena is a natural occurrence of that? It's the chips but with humanity. And now she's trying to make more of herself. She's trying to make a nanomech species. Like legitimately.
That's awesome. I didn't even think about just keeping her evil.
All of these, we like them so much, we kind of lean towards like, oh yeah, no, they're good. They're good friends with Ben. Like they're nice.
No, Elena's still evil then. Yeah, I'm with it. Should she still try to have a human form then?
Oh, for sure, because she doesn't want anyone knowing what she's doing.
Oh, so people think she's okay, like she's cured or whatever.
Exactly.
Oh, I was gonna go full on like supervillain where she's got an outfit and stuff.
Do alternates.
Yeah, maybe this is the grand reveal. Like she was doing that, and now she's finally at a
human
point
and
where
villain.
Yeah, I'm actually still evil. What if I gave her like another set of really tiny arms?
Inspire her design a little bit off the original Queen's design, how it's got that gold with the orange circuitry or whatever.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna make her look like a fusion between the Nano Queen and herself. She's got like this big brim around the back of her head. Maybe that could be her collar. The Queen was also an insect too, so maybe we could lean into that as well. So she's got like this pattern around her on the Ultimate Alien thing. I think what I'm gonna do is have her head, like, you ever seen iRobot where like they look very robotic except for the head? I think I'm gonna do that with her, where like she's just very obviously cybernetic, but her head just looks like a human head. She feels like she wants to identify a little bit more realistically, but ultimately the face is the only thing people really care about. Everything else can just be a little bit more weird.
She does the whole thing. I look more human as to not frighten people. No, it's very uncanny and scary. Please stop it.
You're still
is that a line
scary.
from the movie?
You see how on the Queen
it
has robot arms, but they're kind of just like insect feelers or whatever?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one set those and one with fingers. Oh, you know all those like little feely things she had on her back? I think I'm gonna add that.
Straight up give her just the nanomech feet.
Yeah, nanomech feet. I think I'll do the human thing again where like her arms are human. I don't know, she's got some chips flying around. I do want to keep the hair, but on that note, maybe I could add her like weird hella spikes like coming out of her head. This is gonna be one hell of a drawing
that could
to
look
finalize.
good. Decent,
I'm gonna follow the pattern of the Ultimate Alien design a little bit down here with the belt strap.
Just to help sell that the bottom half of the anatomy is a little more alien, pinch her waist with the legs a little bit more, because the legs are really skinny.
Pinch that torso. This is corset training 101 with Elena. Elena. We want your waist so thin that there literally can't be organs in there. All right, well, this turned out pretty weird. It's probably gonna need a little bit more refining. Well, that's Elena.
I like it. It's not bad.
Honestly, I really like Luma.
I think she was great. I rewatched Rules of Engagement before this because that has like a fair amount of Ben's love interests to kind of refresh my memory. And I forgot that Julie technically defeats her in combat, and that's how Ben isn't betrothed to her anymore.
I am no longer worthy of Ben Tennyson's hands. You are his betrothed. What?
The idea that I have with Luma, she had to become the full-on leader of Koros and everything, and can't really find anyone that's like strong enough to be her betrothed and blah 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 blah. I already said with Atea, said like, hey, I'm the leader. Screw y'all. I don't care what you're saying. I wanted to do something similar with Luma. You don't need a trophy husband to like do what you're doing. You guys already do it. But here's the twist: both planets are still legitimately like, no, that's tradition. You have to have a mate or whatever. You have to have someone with you to rule. The struggles of being like a female leader, they bond in that sense. They become good friends. Atea comes up with the idea, hey, why don't we pretend to be with each other so that our planets will get off our back and just let us do our thing? And from that, Koros is the first planet signed on to the Incursion Empire. But with that, Luma travels around with Atea, helping her enforce the either join or die. The reason that they're not to get like actually together and say anything to the other, Atea doesn't think that she's literally physically strong enough to be with Luma because of the whole thing, like have to defeat her in combat. With Luma, just feels like Taya is a lot more competent than her because she's going around and like taking over and running multiple planets at the same time.
Dude, I love this. Wow.
Wait, did he just ship them together?
That works so well too. Good. I love it. I'm on board.
And now let's draw the strong lady.
I zoned out kind of a bit. I
though would change whenever she became Queen of Koros. She would wear something a lot more similar to her father's outfit.
With the big fluffy feather stuff. She's got a little bit of fluff on her regular outfit, but yeah, Gar's like decked out.
I want her to have a bigger, scarier version of that hammer weapon that she has.
Luma doesn't have any visible hair that we can see in her design. So are you thinking about giving her some hair or keeping it all within the helmet, or just, you know, maybe she shaves her head or something?
Also, Omniverse, I realized, kind of did change the Tetraman designs ever so slightly. Because before, with forearms at least, the arms came off of like more so their sides, whereas in Omniverse, it just sprouts from the armpit.
Yeah, Omniverse gave them a separate set of pecs. So now Tetramans have 4 pecs. Although females still only have 2 breasts, which is interesting. But the males like can clearly see like 2 sets of pecs right there. I don't know if I'm feeling the tied back hair.
No,
I don't know. Maybe it can be braided back like a Viking or something.
Love it.
I like that.
Koros Incursion Empire. Yeah, there's got to be some type of new title they would come up with, because it's like a new empire entirely, right? Yeah, that hair looks great. That looks awesome. Both Atea and...
So, wow, they really did ship the Frog Girl with Muscle Girl. I'll be honest. It's their artwork and lore, so I can't really say much other than, damn, we lost a Muscle Girl.
Luma have long stick weapons now. Do you think they battle each other?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I don't want to just have her going like this, but like almost every reference.
It's kind of the Tetraman thing. You know, they're always flexing. They're very proud of their strength.
They go to take like the royal portrait of Atea and Luma. Luma's just... What about the Dreadwind Empire?
That's cool. That's cool. I like it.
Then in that instance, here we have Luma Dreadwind, who is the partner of Atea Dreadwind.
Oh, wait, okay. I finally just thought about, like, on it. They both needed partners to help them get their planets off their backs so they can do their own stuff. So they say they're together, but they are not together. Oh my god, that took me way too long to finally understand. You guys can hate me for that if you want. I don't care because I did fuck up. Let's continue. Do have to say though, amazing artwork. Like always, guys. Love the weapon.
Next
as well.
up, we got a fun one, Esther of the Crawho. I think she rivals Julie as one of the most efficient and enjoyable love interests. Esther was actually pretty invested in her relationship with Ben. She did a lot to want to impress him. She depended on him a lot. It's easy to kind of box her into the whole badass, don't need no man kind of person.
But then she did also ran off with Antonio.
She's got a lot more to her than her tough exterior, but she is the leader of the Crawho. It's actually kind of hard to picture what an older Esther would be. Like, how could I represent there's been a genuine progression in her story and as a character?
So what if she is kind of rejecting the entire Crawho way of life? She is that type of very rebellious type character and very headstrong and makes decisions kind of quickly, and it seems like she's very interested in stuff outside of the Crawho pit on Earth. She doesn't want the responsibility of taking care of her people, so she rejects it, which is part of why she goes off with Antonio. She's the leader of a bike gang now.
You know what? That would be cool.
Okay,
she's just the leader of a space biking gang now. Or maybe not even a leader. Like, just she participates in it. Maybe Rojo went off and started like a space biker gang.
She teams up with Rojo. Like, she doesn't know that Rojo is a bad guy. She goes off thinking like, oh yeah, no, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing whatever I want and it's the right thing. I'm not hurting anyone. Then she finds out about Rojo and kind of questions her own morality and stuff.
She overthrows Rojo and they appoint her as the leader of the bike gang, and she wants to accept the leadership because she feels like she has good guidance on principles and ways of life now, but she doesn't want to lead the biker gang, so that's what pushes her to come.
Hey, wait, hold on. Are you guys gonna make an version of the biker gang from My Life as a Teenage Robot? I don't remember if they ever had a name, but if you've seen that show, you know who I'm talking about. So, if you know, you know.
Back and eventually take over as the leader again.
And then Antonio becomes the leader of the bike gang.
I think I'm gonna take more influence from biker outfits than winter outfits and just try to make like a winter version of a biker outfit. Oh, wait, isn't she half human?
Is she?
Yeah, she is. I remember that because I just noticed the noses.
I
was like, why doesn't she have that nose? All right, I'm not feeling it entirely yet. I think I need to find like the right jacket. There is like fuzzier leather jackets that I can take inspiration from, like a flight jacket.
That would make sense too. She's a biker in space.
Gonna change the texture from very fuzzy to more furry, like the original design.
She and Antonio split, but like not in a negative way.
Yeah, I feel like they both kind of knew going into their relationship it was probably just a fling anyways.
Yeah.
I don't think they were that serious.
What kind of hair are you thinking?
I think maybe I'll just do like the spikes again, but like with more thickness and length to it. Crawho hair just naturally like stands on end. Like a bandana because of the biker part of her. It just kind of becomes an extension of like long, almost like Sonic the Hedgehog kind of hair.
Gotta go stretch.
Maybe this jacket can like drop down somehow. Like it's a whole big coat. So I love the double rings of fur that they have for her. I'm thinking to myself like the double tufts are kind of like Crawho's signature, but this isn't a Crawho outfit, so I'm gonna resist giving her them.
These clothes don't stretch with her.
I think they would, just to keep things simple, but they're not Crawho. You know, there's enough stretchy species out there in the universe where they have material that does this. This is good enough as a basis for 5YL Esther.
Yeah, everyone stretch. Oh god.
Everyone stretch.
Damn, too bad I stretched before this recording. I like it. Not bad at all. Come on, hold on. And we're back.
We're going to be covering Gwen's best friend, Emily. Her and Ben went on one date. They make a joke about it. From that, it's a love interest now, I guess.
Come on, it was one date.
You left me at the top of a radio tower.
I webbed you to it.
200 feet above the ground.
Before we begin, are we committing to the idea that it is in fact Ben's fault that she's in a wheelchair?
Yes.
Okay.
The implication is just too much to not assume. She gets into alien law. Once Undertown becomes more of like an established public thing that people know about, she tries to actively sue Ben for causing her injury. But because of all these like legal loopholes and contradictory laws between Earth, Undertown, and what was it? He said he was Spider Monkey and webbed her against the thing, right?
Yeah.
Contradicting laws, Earth laws, Undertown laws, as well as Arachnochimp laws. So she literally can't sue him. She basically trying to learn as many alien law as possible to establish the first ever law firm in Undertown.
She's kind of like the anti-Chad Smith. His whole thing is studying all these different laws to take advantage and manipulate the system. Emily wants to do it to give justice to the people that are being abused by said laws. Chad Smith was her mentor at first, but then obviously their moral compasses are in completely different directions. That she actually gets in a debate with Chad Smith, and maybe she wins. Like, she's the first person to ever beat Chad Smith in court. Law and Order, Undertown. You can see us going down the path of, like, if she's working with aliens and stuff, maybe she would upgrade her wheelchair, have, like, some type of hover capabilities, but I also feel like maybe she makes it a point to continue using an Earth wheelchair, because you still have to physically push yourself around, as her way of saying, like, this handicap isn't going to stop me from being strong.
Well, now you gotta learn how to do this the hard way again.
And she's like, all I know is the hard way.
I like that.
She can have like some.
Could you guys make that like an actual show?
But like, I still feel like it should be a manual thing. So remember how when we see the future in Omniverse, you can kind of see some new design elements of what fashion in Ben 10 is going to evolve into with the new plumbers' uniforms and all the suits. I think she should be wearing something close to that.
I was gonna try to base her outfit a bit off of Chad Smith's.
Yeah, kind of is already wearing something like
Looks
that.
like
with
he's
like
wearing
the
a
split
tie.
tie.
He's like, I'm already living in the future.
She starts working for Argit. Like, Argit eventually trusts her enough to start sharing some of his corrupt secrets of how he runs Undertown, because it's Argit, so of course he's not doing it legally. And she gets a guilty conscience, and her first major case is overthrowing the president of Undertown, and that's how she gets the attention of Chad Smith.
She does that, and then she does the mentorship with Chad Smith and breaks that off. When she gets back, though, she works for Argit and like cleans him up, essentially. That's how he becomes president of Earth. He's no longer crooked in the future.
Yeah, he's a little sleazy, but he's much more abiding by the law. Man, why is she the most interesting love interest we've had so far?
I almost want to give her glasses.
You can give her glasses. Maybe her glasses have like little holographic projections of her notes, so she doesn't have to carry around a suitcase. You got her looking kind of like
that's a good idea.
Steve Jobs a bit right here.
Do you think Ben would make jokes about the fact that she's in a wheelchair?
I think he would try it once. He's just genuinely trying to add some levity to the situation, and then it would go terrible.
No
I
reaction,
could just see Ben in court saying something really stupid, like, Emily's just jumping to conclusions. Ben more or less has good intentions.
Why did that make me laugh?
Not really great social awareness in these kind of situations. She looks like someone you would see in politics.
We didn't come up with a last name for her.
What about Horowitz? Emily Horowitz.
I could see that. I like that. Emily Horowitz.
Oh, and look at that. Already done. Love it.
So that leaves us with one final love interest that we want to tackle. We're going to do two versions. So both Ash and I are going to have a go at creating a 5-whale Kai Green. All right, so the way I see Kai Green, you know, they were told by Spanner that they're destined to be together.
But you're supposed to be with her. What could possibly make you think that we belong together? I came here from the future.
Maybe they tried to lean into it. They went on 1 or 2 dates just to figure it out, but they're still very set in their ways for now. They just agreed, you know, this truly is our future and our destiny. It's going to happen no matter what. So how about we both go take our own paths, and, you know, whatever happens that brings us together in the future will happen. Or if not, then Spanner was wrong and it was an alternate timeline. But either way, they're not really worried about fulfilling the prophecy of being together. So I imagine Kai's just off living her own life right now, really playing up that Lara Croft role that they gave her in Omniverse. But I feel like with a little bit more of an adventurer feel, like maybe something a little bit more fantasy, since she eventually wields... Is it Excalibur itself? Like, does she wield actual Excalibur?
It is Excalibur.
Damn.
I also think she would make a lot of contributions to that museum she was shown working at in Omniverse. She, like, goes around Earth and tries to uncover all of the ways that aliens were part of Earth to begin with. Like, you know how they said aliens helped us build the pyramids and all of that? Like, it's her mission to truly uncover the territories in Earth. It's like Ancient Aliens, except she's going in there head first and seeing what's what. And there can be, like, some Omniverse version of the Ancient Aliens guy that's like her boss or something, and she hates him. I think even if her and Ben were to work out and start harboring feelings for each other, they were both too immature at the time to really make that plunge. You know, people grow and change throughout their lives. I kind of want to give her a cape, but maybe not. A backpack would work though. Maybe something that like mirrors the Omnitrix, at least in the aesthetic that she has a watch, but instead it's just like this very like advanced piece of technology that can like map the terrain around her, pull up extranet resources with a strong signal.
It's like a proto tool.
Yeah, it can have like a little grappling hooks too that she can shoot out.
Yeah.
Nice little wrist gadget. I do already like her hair as is in Omniverse.
No.
Oh, the ponytail.
Stick with that, yeah. I think I'm gonna give her the same kind of leg wear that she's wearing in the future. I think by now she can have some of that technology already.
She just goes in and like steals a bunch of plumber stuff to use for her own stuff. And it's like, Ben said it was fine.
I kind of want to see if there's a way I can give
see
her
that.
something of Ben's on her.
The LeBeau fur.
She does care. I think I'm gonna put it on the sword. I do want it to be like a metal sword. I don't want it super sci-fi. I still want to keep her relatively grounded. All right. Battle extraordinaire, fearless adventurer, keeper of the museum of alien creatures. 5YL Kai Green version 1.
Oh, I like that sword. Oh, damn it, come on, no. And we're back. Let's go to the final goal.
So it's, to my understanding, you have your own thoughts on a 5YL Kai Green, is that right?
I do.
You do. And I don't know what any of these plans are, so this is going to be just as new to me as it will be to you.
This is something I've actually talked about on a stream before. Kai, as well as Ben, both don't like the idea of the fact like they're destined to be with each other. So they do try to avoid each other. Kai tries to go off and do her own exploratory architect thing, similar to how you're saying. The way that she gets funding, though, is that she has a TV series, which is a brand new iteration of the now canceled show Weird World, which was formerly hosted by Vivi Argos.
Hey.
Oh snap! I think
I've told you about this once before.
I think,
Going in jungles and adventuring, trying to find treasures. At first, she's really bad at it, but
like
then she runs into the Secret Saturdays. She gets documentation of them and what they're doing, and ends up blackmailing them that she's going to leak the footage of them specifically on her show, unless basically letting her tag along with their adventures, going to like film creatures and treasures.
So basically Kai joins the Saturdays, but publicly it's just Kai.
It's Weird World with Kai Green.
And the Saturdays are always off camera and helping her out and everything. Okay.
I can see that.
And with this, she would start dating Zach. Zach does not know that she knows Ben.
Maybe the jealousy of her being with Zach is what starts to unlock the feelings that he resists having for her. Ben has to admit to himself that he likes Kai, or else like why is he jealous?
I don't want it to seem like Zach is just being used as a
that storyline could actually definitely make a good few videos.
Pawn in this story.
I meant episodes.
I feel like Kai probably is actually developing feelings for him.
Yeah.
So whenever they all meet up again, it actually is like a oh crap type of moment. I'm gonna lean a little bit into the Secret Saturdays uniform design. I am giving her a big old video camera.
Maybe she's got like a body cam then?
Oh, eventually, yes. But I think it'd be funny at first if she had to lug around a giant studio camera.
Okay, I'm with it. By 5YL, she has a Horus unit, and it's painted orange like the Saturdays.
I'm doing that instead.
Chip that connects him to the plumber's archives is disconnected, so he's like independent and isn't part of the Horus hive.
Oh my god, I love that. I'm giving it one eye though. It's essentially just a big Taurus.
Like a Taurus that grew up. Yeah, Tauruses are made to be a lot more of a bare bones Horus unit. I wouldn't say like Tauruses grow up to become Horuses. I think it works. It's like everything has like buckles usually in these kind of things where it's like, I don't know, very, I don't want to say military, just that kind of like
it's kind of survivalist.
Yeah, that would be great.
Survivalist.
Kind of give her bigger boots. 'Cause I imagine she'd be like stomping around jungles and stuff a lot with them.
What kind of like television personality do you think she would be? Do you think she would be like very just straightforward herself on TV, or do you think she'd try to like play it up and make a presentation?
She would definitely try to play it up, but break character a lot because she'd get pissed off.
Maybe one of the quests she tries to go on is to find the Sword of Akpu, and she goes there and it's destroyed already, and like you see the Mayan god's body rotting away.
Yes, I like that. That's the first thing the Saturdays take her to do.
They later find like Tetramen DNA on there or something, and she figures out it was Ben, and she gets so mad, like Ben ruined her first mission.
I have my iteration of Kai Green for
I would love
5YL.
Not bad. I mean, both of these are great.
I feel like there's ways to like combine elements of both of our Kais. Like maybe take the element that I thought of for her relationship with Ben, whereas they're just like, well, if the future's inevitable, then let's find out. And they just leave each other. And then she decides to go stay with the Saturdays and she gets this outfit and all that. And she could still come back to the museum.
Weird World itself is based in a museum now.
Yeah. This went a lot better than I thought it would. I was afraid this idea might be a little hard to do because it's uncharted territory for us.
Hold on. Okay, so other than the duplicates, that means Ben was technically with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different goals. Holy crap. Dude qualifies enough to make a harem now.
I was afraid. Solid designs down. We got some great lore.
Designs.
Yep, we each did 4. We did 8 designs.
We've been recording for like 6.5 hours.
Yeah, this has been a long one.
In fact, we recorded so much that there was a lot of footage that I thought was pretty amusing, but was cut from this video for time. But you can check out some bonus unedited footage from this session over on our second channel, The Rust Bucket, which will be linked below. Thanks for checking out this video, and let us know which love interest design was your favorite down in the comments. And as always, keep it fizzy.
Alright folks, well that's where we're going to end off today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Links to the original video will be in the description. So, I'll see all you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.